Hello, Montgomery College. It's been a while. And while I may be gone, you have not been forgotten. I love Montgomery College, and I love the wonderful, wonderful stories of student success that we achieve here virtually every day. So thank you to the Board of Trustees for welcoming me back, to your wonderful president and Montgomery County's Outstanding Leader of the Year, Dr. Hercules Pinckney. And thank all of you for permitting me to be part of this wonderful, wonderful celebration today. It's a real challenge to follow these incredible honorary degree recipients and such amazing student speakers. By the way, I finally found a use for this cast. It's where I put my glasses so I can see. When I heard the student stories of holding down 4.0 grade point averages while leading multiple organizations, working full-time, or returning to college after raising a family, well, quite frankly, I was exhausted. So David, Gabrielle, Marianne, and Cody, I just want you to know that I did not graduate with a 4.0 GPA. When I was president, I used to tell our commencement speakers that there is one real secret to a good commencement address. And I have to tell all of you that I did great scholarly research in uncovering this secret. The secret is, be brief. Yes. So I'm going to try to follow my own advice, since many of you in this audience have heard me speak many times before, and I wouldn't be surprised if just a few of you aren't saying, oh no, it's her again. Not to worry, I know that if I speak too long, Dr. Pinckney will gently guide me off the stage. Truly, this is the best day of the year at Montgomery College, the one that I always looked forward to the most. It's the best day of the year for all of you graduates, because today you graduate from college, diploma in hand, and I know I'm the only thing in the way of your getting that degree. Just like these Board of Trustees scholars, each of you has your own list of personal achievements that you are celebrating today. It's also the best day of the year for your friends and family, who are more proud of you than they can say. It takes sacrifice and hard work to see a child or a spouse or a sibling through college. So this is a day of celebration for them as well, a day that their dreams were realized too. And I imagine it won't hurt too much that maybe they won't have to put out another tuition check for a semester or two. And of course, it's the best day of the year for the faculty and staff of Montgomery College, for your literature professor who saw the light bulb go off during a class reading of King Lear, to the engineering team who led you through labs and transfer applications, to the friendly staff who greeted you every day and helped you along the way. They and their colleagues are here today to celebrate and cheer for you, to celebrate your progress and your achievement. As for me, although I've been gone for a few years, it's still the best day for me too, because I can think of no greater gift than seeing all of you in your caps and gowns, glowing with pride and ready to take on the world. So how you doing out there? As was mentioned in the introduction, I spent many years at Montgomery College as a researcher, a faculty member, an administrator, and finally as president. I also was, a very long time ago, a student, though not at this fine institution. I would like to briefly share a few lessons I learned in my educational journey, lessons that have hopefully some relevance for you as you go forward to bright new futures. Lesson number one, my most important one: find your passion, and if you can, make it your life's work. We heard David, in his remarks, speak of his passion for the trades. I'll start with a little story about my passion. Partway through my presidency, I was at an informal event chatting with one of our state's leading senators. He and his wife were very supportive of Montgomery College and all that we needed, and they were always there to help. The senator turned to me and said, "You're doing such a great job. I know one day you'll end up being the president of an elite selective university." My answer surprised them because here's the truth. I never wanted to be the president of an elite selective university because students who attend those institutions probably would be successful no matter where they go. Most of them have already had every advantage. And while I'm sure elite university education adds something to their lives, I don't believe it compares to the opportunities that we create here at Montgomery College. Here at Montgomery College, lives can be changed dramatically because, quite frankly, Montgomery College is often the difference between going to college and not being able to go at all. For many of you, that elite university was never even a possibility. And in a changing economy where a high school diploma is no longer a sure ticket to a good job, students need their community college. All of you know it. College has never been more important. And the community college rises to the top of the list. We offer small classes and dedicated faculty and staff. We are close to home and work and affordable. And we offer opportunity to students who come from every corner of the globe, students with amazing stories to tell. Show me an Ivy League institution that has students from over 170 different countries. The truth is, community colleges not only look like America, they look like the world. So back to that state senator. I think he was surprised when I blurted out, "Why in the world would I ever want to do that? I already have the best job in the country. Why would I want to be president anywhere else?" Montgomery College changes lives. I couldn't ask for anything more. So to you graduates, think about that thing that you care deeply about, the thing that you believe in, the thing that you want to contribute your life and your energy to, and if you can, make it your life work. I can assure you, you will never regret it. I was lucky to find my passion right here at Montgomery College. And now, lesson 2. Thank the mentor who helped you to get here and pay it forward. Gabrielle talked about some of her mentors and teachers, and Cody mentioned how he has mentored and inspired someone else. There's not a person here who hasn't benefited from the support of some mentor. It could be the parent who checked your every homework assignment, driving you crazy along the way. The teacher who saw your potential, even when you didn't see it yourself. Or the neighbor who made sure you stayed out of trouble. My next-door neighbor had no television, so she watched me. She reported to my mother every morning what time I got in the night before and anything that she saw me doing. I actually started saving my allowance so that I could buy her a TV so she could stop watching me. But you have those people too, an aunt or a grandparent or a friend who tells you not to give up or give in. Or in the words of Samuel Johnson, the ones who told you to clear your mind of can't. I had mentors through every step of my journey. One of the most important was an associate dean of students at Penn State University. I was the first in my family to go to college, and I had barely gotten started when my father had a bad accident that I thought would surely end my college career because I didn't believe my family would have enough money, and college was a luxury. But my mentor told me that I could stay in school, that with work and financial aid I could do it. She told me to clear my mind of can't and replace it with I can stay in college. And she helped me to find a job and a scholarship that made sure I could stay in school and achieve. So I did, in large part because somebody cared enough to support me and tell me I could do it. So this is a good day to thank your mentors, and if you can do the same for someone else, please do it. And let me say that more directly, taking out the if. Do the same for someone else. Just do it. They will never forget you. And let me add this, if you want to see an example of wonderful mentors, just look to the 3 honorary degree recipients who were recognized today. Our community, all of us, were mentored by Hank Heller, George Thomas Sr., or Carol Trawick, and we are so lucky to have them. Thank you for making giving back to the community your passion. And finally, we're almost there, lesson number 3. Always be proud of where you came from. Marianne mentioned the many places that you represent. My dad was a mailman who carried a mail sack on his back 11 miles a day. That's why the accident I talked about ended his career. Each of you has a story to tell about how you got here, about the sacrifices it took to get to college and stay here. Some of you took that journey by yourselves, while others had family and friends that helped you along the way. I know some of you have faced challenges that probably seemed insurmountable at times. You should be very proud of yourselves, your families, and your personal journey. And you should also be very proud to be a graduate of Montgomery College. We have all heard the slights against community colleges. People have probably said things to you like, oh, that's the place where you go if you can't go somewhere else. Well, it's true, we don't have highly selective admissions because that's not in our DNA. You see, the mission of the community college is to take everyone where they are and help them soar. Train them for good jobs or transfer to a 4-year college or an exciting new career. In an economy that requires a skilled workforce, community colleges have never been more important. So if anyone asks you about community college or your degree, a little education may be in order. You can tell them that community colleges educate about half of our nation's college undergraduates. Yeah, half the folks out there are in community colleges just like you. You can tell them community colleges have their own sitcom on NBC. And sometimes I even like it. You can tell them that Jill Biden, the wife of the Vice President of the United States, an accomplished woman with 4 degrees, teaches at a community college, and she loves it. You can tell them that President Obama believes so strongly in the mission of community colleges that the White House is hosting a summit on community colleges this fall, and that he consistently talks about us as one of the most important tools to healing this economy. You can tell the doubters that famous community college graduates include Richard Carmona, a former U.S. Surgeon General, and Colonel Eileen Collins, the first woman to command an American spacecraft. And that's not to mention the many CEOs, community colleges, and members of Congress who attended a community college and got community college's degrees. And now it includes you and me. Hooray. So don't forget, you are a proud graduate of one of the finest community colleges in the country, and as you heard, there's a New York Times story that backs that up. Don't ever lose that pride. I want to end with a story about one of our alumni who never lost that pride in Montgomery College. Sonny Clogg was a member of the first class of Montgomery College in 1946, back when students met at night in the classrooms of BCC High School. Sonny was a returning veteran like some of you. And that is quite an accomplishment to serve your country during wartime and then come back and earn your college degree. Sonny did well at Montgomery College and graduated and went on to earn a bachelor's and a law degree. He had great professional and personal success throughout his life with a loving family and a strong practice. He had the kind of life I wish for all of you graduates. But let me add something else about Sonny. He never forgot where he came from, and he stayed very involved in Montgomery College. He was one of the organizers of our alumni chapter, mentored many, and endowed a scholarship that's already helped over 30 students to pay for their college education. Sonny embodied all my lessons. He never forgot his start at Montgomery College and the difference the professors and his dean made in his life. He paid it forward again and again, And he put his passion in his work, his family, and in volunteering at Montgomery College for a period spanning over 60 years. Sonny died earlier this year, but his legacy will never be forgotten. I'd leave you with one of Sonny's favorite quotes: "The gift of education is the gift of hope." You now are the recipients of that gift, and you will soon have the degrees to prove it. All of us watching you today are filled with great hope, and let me conclude by saying one last time, congratulations, graduates of the class of 2010.
You didn't get